Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Wow, you guys have like made it back by 10 a.m. or close to. Congratulations. Give yourself an imaginary badge. I'm really excited about today. Today we've got an amazing sessions planned. And let's start straight up with Tristan from Cozy Cloud.
Good morning, everyone. What am I supposed to say?
Who you are, what Cozy Cloud is, what your session's going to be on, and who is it for? Is it a workshop? Is it a talk?
All right. So my name is Tristan Nito. I was here for lightning talks yesterday, so maybe some of you remember me. I would like to have a session on Cozy Cloud that is going to be made of a demo, because when you see the product, you have a much better understanding of what it does and what it is. And then I want to have a conversation. How can have some of you involved, and what should we do with our product? We're looking for ideas. It's an open source project. It's open to the community. I want to build a community in places outside of France, and I thought that maybe today was a good day to do that.
And what is it in like 2 sentences?
Cozy Cloud is a platform. It's a personal cloud platform. So it runs on a small server, and its ability to add applications that run on top of it that empower the individuals with the data. So we gather the data of the individuals on behalf of the individual, and we empower the individual to do whatever he wants to do with that data. That's it.
Great. Who would like to go? Quantity, take over the.
You want to take over?
Who would like to go to Cozy Cloud? Hands. If you'd like to go, I'd like to go. I need help counting. This is like, I did not sleep enough to count.
19.
Okay, great. Amazing. Ian. Thank you very much, Tristan. Ian's going to tell us about IPFS.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ian Preston. I'm a particle physicist turned software engineer. And basically I'll be talking to you about IPFS. The founder, Juan Bennett, he can't make it, but he's asked me to talk. So I'll be telling you what IPFS is and what you can do with it, and how it's going to revolutionize the internet.
And do you know one thing about what are you going to do in the session? Is it going to be a talk?
It's a
what
talk.
Is IPFS? Just like for anyone who might not know.
IPFS is a lot of things. It's a protocol. It's a way to distribute the web. Come to the talk and you'll find out more.
Say what the acronym is for.
It stands for Interplanetary File System.
Excellent.
Shall I take over?
Yeah, good.
Yes, good morning. Apologies for being late.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're all sparkling, aren't we? Yes.
I'm awake.
So next is peer-to-peer.
Oh, how many people?
Did we
Hands
vote?
for IPFS?
Yes, sorry. Yes.
Wow, loads of hands. Almost everybody's hands. Goodness.
Shall I do this one?
Yeah, why don't you decide? David, are you going to mid-pillar?
So 7's.
Okay.
We got it. We got
Yeah.
it. So peer-to-peer transport protocol. So, you're Phil.
Yes.
Phil.
Phil.
Right.
Hi, I'm Phil Ashlock. So I am going to be talking about a project called OHail, which is a standardized API for ride-hailing services. Decentralized. I put it up as peer-to-peer. It's not necessarily going to be entirely peer-to-peer, but will result in peer-to-peer kinds of transactions. So Hugh yesterday was talking about sort of TCP/IP for physical things, for people and packages. So we'll be talking about that. It'll be more of a discussion. I'll talk about sort of the current state of the space and the transportation agencies and companies that I've started working with. But there's actually a lot of interest in having an open standard for things like Uber and Lyft and all these other things. So that's what we'll be talking about.
Great.
Any questions? Any questions? Phil?
No.
No? No? Right. Let's go for it. Show of hands.
Oh.
6 this side.
Okay.
So what's the answer?
I think it's
Think.
18.
18. Right.
How many sure?
I
Oh.
think
How many did you count?
That sounds better. Yes. Well done.
I
Yes.
can't. No one's
Right.
supposed
Get
to-
meshed.
Get meshed.
You don't have a label. I can't tell it. Tom. And your title?
Get mesh. So I actually don't know anything about making a mesh network, but I'm hoping someone here might be able to help the group of us set up a little mesh network and see if we can do a bit of P2P communication over that mesh network, and then if it's successful we can tell everyone else who's been at the other talks, and everyone can have a go on a distributed mesh network talking to each other.
Anyone want to ask Tom anything about it? No, we're all happy.
Is it
Right.
like a session to try
Try
stuff
and build,
out?
yeah, try and
Or build
get
stuff.
something up and
Try
running.
Get something up and running.
Let's go from
Ambitious.
scratch,
I like
install
it.
some mesh networking kit and see if we can
And
have
see
one.
if we can get one working. Yeah.
Well, mesh networking software exists.
That's just
doesn't
what I
it?
heard. I
Yes.
knew nothing about it.
So, show of hands, please. Mesh networking. Ooh. We have an answer there. 14.
Okay. Oh,
Next one, community write-up. Ira.
Era. Hello. And so what I was thinking is it would be really cool to like have some time and space to like while we're still here to write up ideas, learnings, you know, what we think, and to sort of do it together. Yeah, that's kind of it. Basically, sit in a room, write some stuff on some things, do some tweeting, do some medium blogging about decentralization, why it's important, what is happening.
I don't know whether to ask about questions, because no one's wanted to ask questions so far. No questions? No. Right, let's have a
People
show.
put their hands up if they
Yeah,
have
show of
questions.
hands.
Well, people have actually
A little
put their
session
hands
to
up.
write everything up.
That will involve writing, guys.
Now you manage our expectations.
Well, you could have scribes and you could have talkers, couldn't you? You could have
Right,
people who
okay.
said things and others who wrote them down.
Great.
So, show of hands, 12. We got there, have we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Decentralized comms with Matrix and Oddbar again. Yeah, hi.
Yes, so Matrix is a protocol to send data on the internet, and we want to become a standard for doing so. We also have lots of reference implementations, clients that you can use, so it's not just the theory, it also works in practice. I want to talk about it and explain how it was designed and why and how it works, and also show you lots of demos. There's going to be some dangerous demos, i.e. demos that will probably fail spectacularly, but you know, it's all part of the fun. And then take questions and show you what the new features we have are. So yeah.
Any questions for Oddbar? We're doing very well for questions, aren't we?
Let's just assume if people have a question,
Yeah.
they will.
I think
make
we'll have
it.
to ask you to shout rather than me ask you. Right, show of hands, please. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Phil.
The answer is 18. The next one, the Hi project. Is it Hi?
Hi, yeah,
rather
that's right,
than
yeah.
HI?
Exactly.
So it's Philip Sheldrake.
Morning everyone. I'm going to try and take this bottom up this time. Is there anybody in the room who hasn't experienced a UI that sucks? Yeah, see, that's a safe question, isn't it? Because you don't even have to put your hand up.
There are
Perfect.
lots of great. Sorry. Continue.
There are some great UIs, but the thing with the great UI is it's still trying to present the same UI to every one of its users. And to me, a user is someone who's addicted to hard drugs, right? Not you, me, human beings that we're trying to serve. So the Hi project, or HI, is about the human interface. We're moving the UI away from the machine, where it just resides for pre-digital reasons, towards the entities that count in all of this, which is, of course, everyone in this room and the other 7 billion people on the planet. So the Hi project is 18 months old. We have team members in Canada, the US, and the UK. We've won the endorsement of the Web Science Trust, and we have Lenaro, which is an open source, non-profit engineering firm with 200 engineers in Cambridge, ready to make it their next program. So I'd like to have a session where I can get your input to our architecture because as we extend HI through the organisations that feature in people's digital lives, we equip them with a decentralised, distributed network without them really even knowing. See you there?
I won't ask your questions. Right. Show of hands, quick show of hands. Keep it moving.
Oh, great.
Very well, yes. We've got
keep
two
your
of them.
hands
That's
up.
cheating. You put two hands.
Yes,
No,
so
double
who was the person with two hands? Thank you.
28.
22.
22. That's two. Well, yes. Right, Ira. Wiki or
Era.
database of projects. Era. I'm very sorry.
So everyone does
I
it.
get it right. I get it right in the end.
So you guys know that on Redecentralize GitHub we maintain a list of alternative internet projects. It's amazing. There's almost like 200 decentralization like technologies listed there. However, what I want to be able to do is A, search through them. B, do a filter to sort of find something that is an actual app that is launched not in alpha beta, something that is about in the area of storage or email, and actually sort of be able to discover things and have a record of how up to date it's being kept. So if the maintainers are sort of saying, yep, it's at this stage, and I can see that their record's been updated recently, I can know like how active it is. So what I think would be amazing would be to migrate the current list to something that's more like a wiki or a database with faceting open data format. And I don't know what to use. So someone suggested libraries.io as a potential platform. And basically I'm mostly looking for ideas of how to make that happen. I think we could actually do maybe some of the updating like later, but it'd be great to kind of have a plan of how to make that happen and actually try out different apps.
So is that a discussion?
Yes.
Discussion rather
Yes.
than presentation.
Not presentation.
Which you will lead?
I could lead.
Yes.
If, like,
Is there-
but mostly I want someone to come up
Is
with
there anyone out there who offers solutions? Someone who could answer the question? Well, we've got. Yeah, so you might be able to help
help
direct
sort of.
this.
Okay.
Okay. Show of hands, please.
Won't be-
Wow, pretty good, pretty good.
Okay.
So what's the answer? 17.
Okay.
Hovering in the middle ground.
Cool.
Yes. Next, getting people to care at scale.
Tales from the vegan movement.
That's the subtext, is it, or the subtitle? Yeah. You
Hey,
are
Joanna.
Joanna.
Morning.
Good morning.
So my background's in human-computer interaction and psychology. So I've done lots of work on how do you get people not only to find something usable and interesting, but also to actually use it and care about it. So I've done that commercially for healthcare and a few other things. And I think that's something that should be an interesting discussion here. How do you get people to actually care? But I'm also a vegan and a food waste activist, so I have some application that's not commercial to the whole topic as well, and I thought it might make a good example or case study to see how did stuff around nutrition and vegetarianism scale up and people care more, because I think they do. I've seen a change there. So, and there hasn't been really a discussion, I think, so far on how to get everyone actually to see the value of decentralization. So it's not going to be a talk, it's more going to be a discussion. Yeah, I can lead it, but yeah. I'm trying to use the vegan stories as a discussion fire.
So you've got something to show as well, have you? So
Learnings and stories.
Stories,
So
nothing to
stories. You have
show.
stories. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Right. Quick show of hands, please.
I was doing it all
You're
yesterday as
cheating.
well. I did it all yesterday, no one noticed.
25.
Yes. So promising. Promising. Right. Next one. Data autonomy.
That's me, Christoph.
Christoph, have you a longer title than that, or a subtitle?
Yes. Well, data autonomy. I want to talk about the the idea of what it is, and also define it together. Basically, for me, data autonomy is the fact that we can access the data that is stored about us, that we store or that other people store about us, to be able to access it, know what data is stored about us, but also to define who sees the data about us. And there are two aspects to it. There is the technical aspect and there is the organizational, political aspect to it. I think both have to be defined. How can we, what needs to be done on both sides to guarantee that we know what data is stored about us and that we have the sovereignty about who else can access the data about us. So, and this should be a discussion on how we define data autonomy and what needs to be done to reach it. Thank you.
Right, data autonomy, a discussion. Quick show of hands. And the answer is 12. Thanks, Christoph. Data ownership in the age of silos.
Yes.
And you're Andre?
Yes, I'm Andre.
From Solid. And MIT.
Yes.
Yes.
So we all know what the problem is, because that's why we're here. So what I'd like to talk to you about is our solution to this data silo problem, which enables users to get back their ownership of the data. And this solution is based on open web standards, and it intends to be a very generic platform that would allow people to build applications and take back control over the data, I guess.
Excellent. Right. Hands in the air.
When is the
28.
22.
22. It's your twos. Your twos.
You can't actually write twos. It's a genetic defect.
Okay, the last one. It's designing. I can't read your writing. Where are you?
Harry. Yeah.
Harry.
I'm pitching in for Harry.
Oh, you're
yeah.
a substitute.
Yes.
What's your name?
Oh, that's a separate one.
That's
There's just
separate one.
Harry.
Oh, that's a separate.
This
That's
is
another
Harry.
one.
Okay.
There's
Just
two
Harry.
more. There's
Okay.
that, and
Yeah.
then
So,
there's
do you have a
admin.
title? Or tell us all about it. Yeah.
So Harry is on his way. Basically, Harry works for the W3C, and we're going to sort of co-do a thing. But he and I are grizzled, jaded standards people, and there is there are a long string of sort of open web standards, just scattered in the distance of the past that just never worked. We built so many of these things. We've designed so many of these things. So many people have worked together on these things. Why haven't they worked? And sort of going through some of the standards that have been tried, and talking about what are the problems, rather than trying to make them better. Let's talk about why they failed, and how we can use that information to be better.
Why standards fail?
Basically.
W3C, in the context of W3C. Oh, you're a hardcore in the middle here. 25. So amongst the leaders is the answer to that one. So last of all,
it's not second to last, because I think maybe
we got another
I
one.
think it's.
Can I add a topic as well?
Yeah, you can add.
You can, yes,
well.
go on.
Absolutely. Just you
Just
guys.
come.
Anyone who wants to do a pitch, come.
Quick, yes.
So this is another one. It's like the third thing I'm pitching. Basically, because I want these sessions to happen, not necessarily because. So if someone wants to run this, or we can do it another time. It's like I'd really love for there to be an alternatives guide, like whatever the 2015 or the 2016 version of what can you use now as an alternative to Gmail or Facebook or Dropbox or storage or whatever else. Like what things are shipped, what can I switch and migrate to, what's the migration path, how does it work, how much does it cost, if anything. If I need a server, who can already just set up a server for me with one click, that kind of stuff, and have like a really pretty guide that's pretty. with some pictures and icons, maybe a little mascot, maybe like a cartoon, so that we could send that to everybody.
So, are you looking for someone to talk about this, or are you?
I would like to put together a team of people to make it happen. So maybe we meet and kind of come up with a plan and start on some of the plan. But essentially, like, who wants to be the awesome authors of the alternatives guide?
That sounds very similar to the database.
I think one feeds off the other, which is like having the database is really useful. So having the database is like the first step, and then I think turning it into let's pick the top 5 that are kind of we can do and use this year, and then let's make it really clear with nice instructions and pretty stuff about how normal people who aren't, sysadmins can switch.
That's an awesome idea. That's what Redecentralize needs.
That is what Redecentralize needs.
So it's the easy guide, really.
Yeah, the easy guide.
So,
the easy alternative.
who would like to participate in that one? I'll vote. I haven't voted, so.
Yay! And we can have like a short session somewhere, so just
18. But maybe it's not a, it's not a talk, or maybe you just ask for a little group to come together.
It is a plan for the future. It is how we're going to ensure society flourishes in the coming ages. Look after your.
The vote's already played.
Just explaining the fundamental vitalness.
Yes. Well, if it doesn't make it, maybe we do something else to talk about it. Maybe we get a few volunteers. Anyway, right. Hello.
Hi.
Your topic. Is it on there? Have we got it written down somewhere?
Can we write it down somewhere?
Well,
let's write it down at the bottom so we can write in the
So, in a sentence.
Okay, I like to suggest discussing an open protocol or open standard over the blockchain for decentralized reputation, identity, and governance. So basically, every decentralized application eventually, when you see it on the blockchain, will need that.
So, did everyone hear that? Okay. It's about using the blockchain for.
Yeah, using the blockchain for decentralized application and having an overlay on top of the blockchain, an open standard for decentralized reputation, identity, and governance.
And you have a presentation on that?
I would hybrid presentation and discussion.
Bit of presentation, bit of discussion.
Yesterday, so it's kind of like also a continuation.
Yeah, so yesterday was a session like kind of more like an inspiration overview, and today I would like to discuss the technical details.
So, with the more technical stuff.
Technical details
yeah.
of marketing.
Yeah, technical details of backfeed reputation.
Okay, show of hands. What's your name again?
Matan.
M-A-T-A-N. And the answer was?
16.
16.
Yeah, maybe
so
it's good to write technical.
Anyone else want to make a pitch? Have a little presentation up their sleeves?
Ade.
Ah, hello.
Hi.
So you're
Ade,
and your topic?
So what I'd like to talk about and have a discussion about is how we, as in all of us, but also government, might do the hard work to make the process of collaborating so much easier. So one of the reasons that silos work, aside from the profit motive, is that they create a simplistic environment in which to build. So one of the things, if we do want a decentralized web that I'm thinking about, is what that more complicated process should look like and the role that government can play and we can all play in making that work. That's it.
So can you encapsulate it in a sentence?
Doing
Or give us a title.
Doing the hard work to make it simple.
Doing the hard work to make it simple. Thank you very much. And the answer was?
19.
19.
Okay, great. That
I think we've done it. So we will now go away and process those while the.
We've got 2 lightning talks someone wanted to do.
So we have lightning talks from yesterday.
Yes.
So we're going to do those while we.
We'll digest this into a schedule and we'll have lightning talks now.